Okay, we're getting set now for Junior National Light. Josh Fife is on the pole with 3 straight wins in the heats. Sean Shibutare has finished second all 3 times in the 33. Brian Woolner in the 14. Ryan Johnson's in the 9. Jaden Boulding in the 19. Kyle Reynolds in the 17. Blake Fardel's in the 11. Oh, a bit of a check up that time by the 14 card of Woolner has really caused stacks on the mill there, as the leaders work their way through the pit the S's for the first time. Fife has got the jump. Now where's Sean Shibutare? Sean Shibutare has fallen down to 15th position. So the outside of the front row start has not paid off well for Sean Shibutare. Fife is your race leader, who's got a handy buffer now. He leads from the 9 cart of Ryan Johnson. Then Kyle Reynolds, Cameron Longmore, Will Longmore, Brian Woolner, the 14. Then it was the 19 of Jaden Boulding, Cameron Ward in the 56. Fardell a long way down in the 9th position in that 11th car. They work their way around the top of the circuit once again. And it's Josh Fife who is your leader. He's out to a handy buffer at the front of the field over Ryan Johnson. He leads by over, well, a half a second last lap, but it looks like it's got to be a second now. It is. Kyle Reynolds in the 17 is right on the back bumper of the 9. And then it's back to the Norton car, number 36 of Cameron Longmore. Will Longmore's behind him, Brian Woolner, Jaden Boulding, Cameron Ward, Fardell, Cox, Harness, Weston Casey. Shibutare has worked up 2 places after dropping back to 15th. So the race leader comes across the line to complete lap number 3. No battle going on in the first 4 spots. The battle is for the 13 and 14 of Will Longmore, who gets past around, going back further in the pack. A big spin there by the 56 of Cameron Ward, and that has caught the 11 car of Blake Fardell too, and the gap now is even bigger between that group of carts. So it looked like Will Longmore was just getting passed by Brian Woolner, when behind him the Cameron Ward cart and Blake Fardell, well, I think Cameron Ward spun and Blake Fardell just had to go very, very wide to cover that spot. So they sort themselves out now. Will Longmore has maintained his position in 5th. Now Sean Shibutare has closed up a lot of ground with all the shenanigans going on there, and he is now in 8th position. So the 33 car who started in 2nd went back to 15th position and has worked his way almost halfway through the field now. But it's half race distance completed, and Josh Fife is your race leader. How many more spots? Oh, again, Brian Woolner, very agricultural, going into turn number 1. And he has opened up the gap for Shibutare to come through. So Woolner is driving himself backwards with a fairly rough and ragged display. Shibutare is on the back of the 19 of Jaden Boulding, who's in turn right behind the cart of Will Longmore. So Shibutare couldn't quite make the move on Jaden Boulding. The passing's getting harder and harder for Shibutare as he works his way back up towards the pointy end of the field. 2 good battles ahead of him, 1 good battle ahead of him is that battle between Johnson, Kyle Reynolds and now Cameron Longmore. They've been nose to tail for a few laps, battling it out for 2nd position. Johnson, just ran very wide going into the kink, which put him out of position going through the left-hander, and Johnson has been passed by Reynolds. So Johnson shuffled back to 3rd place as Shibutare has got past Boulding, and now looking to make a move on the 13 card of Longmore, and Shibutare up the inside into turn number 1, and he made short work of that. So Shibutare is up to 5th position. Meanwhile, Kyle Reynolds now the second place man, and Josh Fife well out in front of the field. So the order: Fife, Reynolds, Johnson, Cameron Longmore, Sean Shibutare, Will Longmore. That's back to Jaden Boulding, Brian Former, Cox, Fardell, Westcombe, Casey, Inwood, Harness, Ward, Dennis, and Jenkins rounds out the field. Ryan Johnson up the inside of the Reynolds kart going into turn number 1, and just Cameron Longmore chose the wrong move there. If he had dove under and followed Johnson, he probably would have got that spot. Sean Shibutare is now closed up onto that battle for second. Shibutare looking to make a move, coming off the top turn on Cameron Longmore. He gets past the Norton kart. Can he hang on to the spot? Yes, he does. White flag is out. Fife has got this one in the bag. But Johnson now in second is going to come under fire as Shibutare gets up the inside of Reynolds. So Reynolds back down to 4th position now as Johnson in the 9 running up the back straight in 2nd position. Has got Shibutare going to the outside. They're through the kink. Shibutare had a wheel on the grass as he tries the crossover move coming off the top turn. Josh Fife is going to take the victory. Shibutare trying to make a move on Johnson, but Johnson has got him covered, and Fife wins. Johnson home in second, Shibutare home in third, Reynolds in fourth, Cameron